I recently set out on a search to find a really individual and very specific type of sleeping bag that was rectangular in shape and was able to be zipped together to create one ginormous sleeping bag. Today we're checking out the Kelty Galactic 30 down sleeping bag. So my requirements for this search were simply that the bag was able to zip together. It had to be rectangle, symmetrical obviously, and zip together because when I was a kid, we had sleeping bags that could do that, and that's freaking awesome. But as a father and as a family man, I see the utility in this feature now more than ever. So I set out on a search to find a good bag that would do that. But the bag also had to be down-filled because I didn't want to waste my time with a synthetic bag that was not going to be warm enough. And I believe I found the ideal bag for that situation. The Kelty Galactic 30 down sleeping bag is the one that we've checked out today. We've done a thorough review of it and also a field test, so stay tuned and I'll give you the details. Let's talk specs real quick. So the quick specs on this thing are the shell are made out of 50D polyester taffeta. I think I'm saying that right. Taffeta? All right, my sources tell me that it's taffeta rather than taffeta. Yeah, so 50D polyester taffeta is what the shell is made out of. Actually pretty comfortable, fairly durable, not as durable as some of the materials I've seen. So it could be prone to some snags and things like that, but time will tell. The lining is a environmentally friendly CO and PFC free DWR fabric. I have no clue what that means. All I know is that it's quite comfortable on the inside. It's nice and cozy as a good sleeping bag should be. The fill is 550 duck down, so that is a big check off the list for me. A nice duck down in a sleeping bag is a requirement for me these days, especially because you can get one under $200. Temperature rating is rated at 30. I'd say that it is a little bit higher than that. Let's stick it right around 40. And the weight, fill weight, length, and all stuff that size, all that stuff can be found at solsticetrail.com. Do a quick search for this bag if you're interested in those hyper details. All right, and as far as features go, there's not really any features. There's a couple like drawstrings, which is great. Here we go. Cinch it up around your head. If you're used to a mummy, it's gonna feel real roomy up top. There's no hood, there's no extras at all. It is just a sleeping bag that unzips into a perfect square. That's kind of cool if you're someone that likes to have a bag around all the time. Personally, I have kids, and there's always a situation, at least a couple times a year, where I just need a blanket to wrap a kid up in and haul them somewhere. And this is perfect for that. On cold nights, throw it over all three of them in the back of the truck and call it good. So it's super simple. It is very standard as far as sleeping bags go, but what it does is execute very well on the simple basics. As far as our test goes, the test was very simple. I honestly did not, after having a bout of cold weather here, I did tests on other bags that were not as warm rated as this one, or cold rated, whatever the term might be, because I didn't want to have an unbearably cold night. This is a perfect bag for summer camping. I live in central Arizona, and it is calling to me for that, because there's nothing worse than being too hot, just like there's nothing worse than being too cold if you're in a colder climate. I get the best of both worlds. I get 20-degree nights here in the winter, and I also in the summer get those 60-degree nights. So this is a perfect bag for summer. It's definitely a warmer temperature bag. So the test that I did was go out camping and use it in conjunction with my car camping setup. I use a base bag on top of myself, and then I use a nice wool cover on top, a big wool blanket basically on top. So in that regard, this thing was actually too warm for most of the night, beginning of the night at least, the first half of the night then. And I did have to peel off the top layer of it, of the wool blanket that I put on. So all that to say, it is a good sleeping bag in conjunction with other items if you're into car camping or family camping. It is not something that's going to serve you as a solo camper, hiker, backpacker that is looking for a roomy bag that's going to keep you warm at all costs. That leads me right into the pros and cons. The pros is that it is affordable. It's right around $160. You can probably get it on sale in some situations. This one was full price on my end. The down is pretty evenly distributed. It does have some colder pockets in it that are can be adjusted by just giving the bag a quick ruffle. It does spread the down around, so while it is pretty evenly distributed, there's in some cases it seems like there's not enough fill in there to really get you that warm, full coverage, like toasty feel that you're after. It is very lightweight. It's a super lightweight bag for even being a larger rectangle size. And if you're interested, it is sustainably made with a lot of those PFC-free fabrics. And yeah, there's a lot of good aspects about this bag, especially the price point. The cons, it's not the warmest bag in the world, even it rated at 30. It does have quite a bit of like heavy duty zippers on it, so it's definitely not geared towards a lightweight, pack it in at all, lightweight at all costs kind of vibe. And then some users may find that it is restrictive, even though it is a large rectangle bag. If you're a larger, it's not shaped like the size of a body. It's literally a big box. So if you do expand past those box dimensions, then it's going to be kind of a tight fit. You know, it's not formed to your body or fitted in any way. So it begs the question, can you have a bag that is affordable? This bag's right around the $160, $170 range right now, I believe, and also reliable, like reliable in the sense that it won't tear up. It's quality filled with some good down, and it will keep you warm when you need it to keep you warm. I think the answer is maybe. This is actually a really cool bag, and I'm glad that I found a nice rectangle bag that had down inside of it. That sounds strange because usually you're looking for a high performance sleeping bag if you're looking for a bag, right? Well, for me in central Arizona, like I said, I go from temperature swings at night to the day that are quite dramatic pretty much all year long. Even in dead winter, sometimes I'll get 15 to 20 degree differences from night till day, given the day. So a bag like this is really great for versatility. If you're someone that does like to shed layers a lot and you have a little extra room, you're car camping, or you're packing in, you know, with a lot of extra space and don't care too much about extra weight and having extra bags around, this bag is really cool for that. This bag is actually stands up on its own quite a bit. It is a 30 degree rated bag, and with that said, it is not filled very, very evenly. There's quite a bit of cold spots in this thing, so it really does mean that this bag is kind of a little bit more 45. It's definitely like a late spring, summer type bag that you can take with the whole family and zip together and have a good time. Also, the extra feature of it zipping together to have a big two-person bag, that's pretty cool, because I would never buy a dedicated two-person bag. I think that's a huge waste of space, and quite honestly, you don't actually know if your partner is going to be into that. So get two of these, test it out, have some nice cozy evenings in the midsummer, and you know, call it good. I think this is a really, really cool, versatile, interesting bag that I would recommend spending the money on. But again, if you're looking for a high performance rig, this is most likely not it. Thanks for watching. As usual, if you're interested in learning more about this or even just straight up buying it, please use the link below in the video. We do get a small commission, and it really helps us to continue our research, tests, and reviews on our gear. We live for this stuff to give you the best advice and objective advice as much as possible. If you haven't already, like the video, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps these get out to people who are trying to make informed decisions on the gear that they buy, so they don't get in a situation where they're frozen all night because they bought the wrong bag. So like, subscribe, and give us a comment on whether you would buy a square sleeping bag with down that would zip together. Yeah, give us a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this bag. And thanks for watching. Really appreciate you being here.